we thought of starting JavaScript rather. So, as I said yesterday, JavaScript, there are 4 usages of JavaScript. First one is like data validation. When you are entering any data uh, in the front end, like in the web form or web page, okay? If you enter any data in the web form or web page, the data has to be validated before submitting it to the server. So that validation is possible with help of JavaScript at the client, or that is in the browser. Second one, displaying pop-up messages. So pop-up messages can be displayed in the web applications with the help of JavaScript only. So we can display the pop-up messages with the help of JavaScript. So there are 3 global functions here: alert, confirm, and prompt. With the help of these three things, we will be able to display the pop-up messages, right? And the third one, event handling. So normally all GUI applications works on the event-based mechanism. Unless until any event is detected, nothing will happen. So whenever any particular event occurs, that event can be handled by a event handler. That is possible with the help of JavaScript. And the fourth one, DOM interaction. So like here, when you run an HTML page, when HTML5 and the file is loaded into the memory, it occupies some memory. And when you want to interact with that memory in the runtime, that is possible with the help of JavaScript only. So these are the 4 basic usages of JavaScript: data validation, pop-up messages, event handling, DOM interaction. Right. When you want to run this JavaScript programs, like here, what we can do, we have different JavaScript engines. So we have the V8 engine, Chakra engine, Jagger Monkey, Chorus Nitro, like different JavaScript engines are there. And these different JavaScript engines are integrated with the different browsers. For example, if you take the Google Chrome, it is integrated with V8. It is integrated with V8 JavaScript engine. And like one browser is integrated with one JavaScript engine. The JavaScript code, whatever you write, that can be executed by the browser. That can be executed by the browser, right? Browser can execute. అయితే browser ఏమి execute చేయదు direct. Browser తో integrate అయి ఉన్న JavaScript engine execute చేస్తుంది. Browser తో integrate అయిన JavaScript engine execute చేస్తుంది, right? And there are different versions in the JavaScript. JavaScript follows the ECMA script. We call it as a ECMA script, ECMAScript and down. It follows the standards of ECMA script, ECMAScript, right? So this ECMA script, ECMAScript, we call it as a ES, normal, ES5, ES6, all the things. Okay, na? ECMAScript standards. అందుకే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏంటంటే ES5, ES5 నుంచి ES6 వచ్చినప్పుడు మేజర్ బ్రేక్ త్రూ ఇన్ ద జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ అండి. ES5 to ES6 is a major breakthrough in the JavaScript. Okay, na? So ECMAScript 5 and ECMAScript 6. Now, if you want to run this JavaScript code in the browser, we are supposed to embed this JavaScript code into HTML page, because browsers are able to run HTML pages, that is the web pages. When you want to run these web pages in the browser, that should be an HTML page, right? So inside that HTML page, we will embed our JavaScript code with the help of the script tag, so that the JavaScript engine integrated with the browser will be able to run the JavaScript code what we embedded in the HTML page. Okay, what we embedded in the HTML page. So with the help of the script block, whatever you write in the HTML page, that is going to be executed by JavaScript engine. If you write any standalone JavaScript, that if you want to execute it, it is not possible with the help of browser. That is why they have taken out the V8 JavaScript engine from the Chrome. They have developed a standalone JavaScript runtime environment, and they named it as Node.js. Node.js is nothing but a JavaScript runtime environment based out of V8 JavaScript engine. Okay, so that is developed by using the V8 JavaScript engine. Okay, so that is what the JavaScript basic thing. And when you want to embed this JavaScript into the HTML page, where we will embed that we'll see now. So I'm creating a new folder here. You can write JavaScript programs, nothing but writing HTML pages. You can write by using any of the editor or by using any of the IDE. So here we will use the Visual Studio code to write these HTML pages and all. So first of all, I'm creating a new folder here. I'm creating JavaScript 938. Okay. Now, go to this VS Code. Here, open folder here, this open folder. When you say open folder, it will ask you to select the folder. I'm selecting the D drive and then say your JavaScript 9:30 AM. Select this folder, select folder. It is an empty folder, nothing is there in this. It is an empty folder, nothing, right? Now, here I want to create a new file. Okay, here ex1.html. ex1.html. I'm creating an HTML file on. It created the HTML file. Now, I want to have the HTML5 boilerplate. So just exclamatory. Okay, na? Then enter. It will create an HTML file. Okay. So HTML5 by default HTML5 version it will take. This is HTML5. We can say that based on this doc type. This indicates that it's HTML5 and the basic things that are required for the HTML, all the things will be created by default. Okay, na? Right. Now, here, where will you write your script block? For example, as of now, I'm writing in the head. We will be able to write script block either in the head or in the body. So when should we write it in the head? When should we write it in the body? We'll understand that one. Say, for example, here I'm writing that script type equal to text or JavaScript. Text or JavaScript. I'm writing like this. But in HTML5, default scripting is JavaScript only. So even if you don't write it also, it is fine. We can write only script. Okay. And we can have even the multiple script blocks also. We can have even multiple script blocks also. Right. So now in the script block, I want to write something to the document. We will use that. Document is an object which is provided by default the JavaScript. JavaScript will provide some default global objects, document object, window object like that. So the document object, document is nothing but our web page. So document dot, we can use this write. Hello world I'm writing. Okay. When you want to run this one, go to extensions tab here, install that live server. Install that live server. Okay. Na? Select this one and install. Okay. Na? Right. So live server is installed. There is a go live option here. Go live option. Okay. Click on this go live. It opens the browser. It is running now. Hello world. So document.write, whatever we have written within the double quote, same as it is sending it to the browser. Okay. Now let me include it within the H1, for example. So what happens is now the JavaScript will send whatever we enclose within the double quotes as it is to the browser. Browser can interpret what is H1. Okay. So we can write it. And during the development, if you want to print anything to the console window and to check, then we will use an option called console.log. console.log. So for example, I'm writing this is something like a console message I'm writing. This console window will be useful for the developers only. This console window will be useful for the developers only. Now right click on it, inspect, right click on the browser and say inspect, go to the console window, and then here console window, here it is displaying. This is a console message. This is a console message. So by using this console.log, we are writing to the console window. Okay. అయితే ఇక్కడ ఇంకొకటి ఉంది. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే if you want to print an object to the document, for example, see here, what I'm doing is here document.write. I want to print the document object only. Now, if you place a cursor on this, it is an object of type document. This is the data type and this is the variable. If I am trying to print this object to the browser, it is saying it is an object of type HTML document. So document.write can print only strings. Document.write can print only strings. It cannot print the objects to the browser. It cannot print objects to the browser. It can print only strings. Okay. If you want to see that object, then print it to the console.log document. Okay. So now here, see that it is printing an object. So when you want to check the data, if it is an object or if it is an array, then we'll have to print it to the console window, then we can check it. When you want to print it to the document, only the string data will have to print. Got it? So when you print it as an object to the console window, it will come like an object. You can expand and whatever properties we have, we can see everything in that. Okay. So that is console. And we have one more thing here that is called console.log. We have one more thing called global object called window object. But document and it will give you the document, only the web page what you are displaying. When you talk about window, which includes the browser also. The complete window, which includes the browser also. Okay, which includes the browser also. Clear? So document object and window object. And this window object can be represented like here. We can use this. This represents the current object. The current object is window object. However you want, you can print it. Document is an object, write is a method. Console is a class again. Inside that, the console is an object. Inside that, log is a method. Document.write is used to send the information to the window. I mean, our web page. Console is used to print to the console window. This console window is useful for only developer, not for the end users. Document is for the end users. Okay. For example, in input I'm creating one division, something ID equal to division 1. So I have created one division. I want to write some message to this division. I want to write some message to this division. So what I will do is, we'll say that document dot get element by ID. There are different ways get element by ID, get element by class name, get element by name, get element by tag name, different things are there. I'm taking get element by ID, some division one, inner HTML. That is the HTML, what we are going to display inside this. That is called inner HTML property. And I'm writing, this is something like division one. This is something like division one. When you run this, it is not displaying, right? It is giving an error. Cannot set properties of null. Okay. Inner HTML, we cannot set this property of null. But this is returning a null. What is the reason? It starts execution from the top. It starts execution from the top, right? The moment when it is executing the statement, by the time the DOM element is not ready in the memory. The DOM element is not ready in the memory, right? So that is the reason it is showing that it is returning the null. And if your JavaScript in the page load, if it wants to access any of the DOM elements, page load lo any of the DOM element man JavaScript access cheyalante, then your script block must be at the end of the body. But on the first DOM element ready అవుతుంది, then it can access. మీరు చూసారనుకోండి, చూడండి, this is division 1. This comes. So when your JavaScript wants to access any of the DOM elements in the page load, then it should be at the end of the script block. Sorry, it should be at the end of the body. Body last down. మన HTML. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక HTML పేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, అది మెమరీలోకి రన్ చేయగానే DOM ఎలిమెంట్ మీకు ఇక్కడ చూడొచ్చు, ఇది DOM మన HTML పేజ్ కదా. This is the DOM document. DOM stands for document object model. So ఇప్పుడు ఇది అదే document object model. This is the object, document object. It's nothing but HTML. Structure of a page, instead of that, we can say it is a memory allocated for that page. In that memory, we will have all these elements. What are all tags we have written, what are all elements we have written, all elements will be there. So once if the DOM is ready, then it can access. So that we should keep it at the end of the body. It should be at the end of the body. Get element by ID అనేది ఇట్స్ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ మెథడ్ అండి. DOM యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాను ఇది. దిస్ విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇట్ అగైన్ లేటర్. టైం బీయింగ్ మీకు ఏంటంటే బాడీలో రాయాలో హెడ్లో రాయాలో తెలియడం కోసం ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్. ఇదేంటంటే వెన్ యూ వాంట్ యాక్సెస్ ది DOM ఎలిమెంట్స్, DOM ఎలిమెంట్స్ మనం యాక్సెస్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు విత్ హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ డాక్యుమెంట్ గెట్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై ఐడి, గెట్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై నేమ్, గెట్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై క్లాస్ నేమ్, ఇట్లా యాక్సెస్ చేస్తాం. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ స్క్రిప్ట్ బ్లాక్, ఇప్పుడు ఎక్స్టర్నల్ జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ ఫైల్ రాయాలి, ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్గా జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ ఫైల్ రాస్తాను. ఐఎమ్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఎ న్యూ ఫైల్ హియర్. సో custom.js ఒక ఫైల్ రాసిన ఇక్కడ. ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం రాస్తానంటే జస్ట్ డాక్యుమెంట్ డాట్ గెట్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై ఐడి. ఐ విల్ బి రైటింగ్ దట్ division 2 dot inner HTML equal to, say I'll write that, say for example this is division 2. This is division 2. Okay, na? So
this code we need to write in this JS file, right?
JS code, whatever you want. Just here I want to explain you how to include external JavaScript file. Okay, so just I have written only one statement. Okay, now here I am creating the one more division. say something like division, ID equal division 2. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్క్రిప్ట్ ఇంటర్నల్ పేజ్ లో రాసేసాం మనం ఇక్కడ, అవునా? సో వీ హ్యావ్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్ హియర్, రైట్? ఓకే, next one here I'm writing that script source equal to I want to write that custom.js. So script source equal to custom.js.
We are adding the code into this page.
అంతే. సో ఇంటర్నల్ గా పేజ్ లో ఇట్లా రాసేయచ్చు, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ ఫైల్ రాసి దాన్ని ఇక్కడ ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయొచ్చు. డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే ఇఫ్ యూ రైట్ ఇంటర్నల్లీ ఇన్ ద పేజ్, దట్ కెన్ బి యూస్డ్ ఓన్లీ విత్ ఇన్ దట్ పేజ్. If you write an external JavaScript file, so that it can be embedded into any number of HTML pages. Reusability. Okay. So projects లో general గా ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది. External JavaScript file రాస్తాము, that JavaScript file we embed it into the web page in which you want to use it. Okay. So this is one script block, this is another script block. అండ్ ఇక్కడే మనం మల్టిపుల్ స్క్రిప్ట్ బ్లాక్స్ కూడా రాసాం చూడండి. Right. Next here, ex2.html. I'm getting another page. Now live server lo it is running one only, right? Let me take it, let me do it as so nothing is there in this, right? Empty page. Now here I'm writing script. There are different data types in the JavaScript. Still, we call the JavaScript as a loosely typed scripting language. So what are all data types we have in the JavaScript? Okay, so here data types. We have first one, we can say value types, or we can call them as primitive types. Second one is reference types or object types. These are the two different data types. And what are the value types here? So these are all comes under the value type: number, string, boolean, undefined, and null symbol. Okay. What are the reference types? Object, array, function. So these, yeah. So these object, array, function, date. These are all comes under the reference data type. Okay. Even if you have, and one more thing, and ఏమంటామంటే వేరియబుల్ నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్స్, వేరియబుల్ నేమింగ్ రూల్స్ వీ క్యాన్ సే. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే రూల్స్ అనే దానికన్నా నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్స్ అని. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ వన్, వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ కామా ఫంక్షన్ నేమ్స్, ఫంక్షన్ నేమ్స్ be function names. We follow the camel case. Camel case means starting with the small letter, and the second word onwards, every word first letter must be a capital. Every word first letter must be a capital. Okay. Next, constants. Constants always we define with the capital letter. Constants always with the capital letters. Okay. Third one, constructor functions. Or these things, constructor functions are classes. We follow the Pascal case. Pascal case and every word first letter must be a capital. Okay. Next one, private variables. We start with the underscore. We start with the underscore. Okay. So we follow these naming conventions while you are declaring variables inside this. Now, next one, I can say JavaScript is a loosely typed. Loosely typed. And JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. JavaScript is an interpreted language. Okay. So we'll see what is loosely typed and what is dynamically typed and all. Right. While you're declaring a variable in the JavaScript, normally use var keyword. Var keyword. So we have var, let, constant keywords. Time being, I'm talking about only var. We'll see about these three, var, let, constant, and the difference between them. Var keyword. Say here, console.log. What I want to do is, I want to print what is the type of this variable. Data type of this variable. Type of A. It will give you something like undefined. Variable A, console.log, type of A, undefined. Okay. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే మీరు చెక్ చేస్తే undefined వస్తుంది. We have declared a variable, we have not assigned any value to that variable. Unless until you assign any value to that variable, type of that variable is undefined only. So far, we have not assigned any value to that variable. That variable is undefined. Okay. Next one. Now, what I'm doing is A equal to 10. So now I have assigned a value 10 to a variable. That variable type is now number. Okay. And in the next line, something like A equal to 12.23. Even now also to display number only. Now also displays number only. Now, A equal to something like hello world type of a string it is. And in the JavaScript, as because we don't have the character data type, we don't have the character data type, we will be able to enclose the string either in the double quotes or in the single quotes. Either in the double quotes or in the single quotes. So now here string. Now A equal to true. It is going to be a Boolean type now. Okay. Atlage A equal to null. It is going to be an object type. It's going to be an object type. There is a difference between null and undefined. It's also difference between null and undefined. Undefined. The variable is not yet defined. That means so far no value is assigned to the variable. That is undefined. When it comes to the null, the variable is defined, but absence of value. Undefined means the variable is not yet defined. That means so far we have not assigned any value to that. Whereas null means absence of value. The variable is defined, but absence of value. Now, A equal to undefined, it will display undefined on. We can remove everything, that memory will be removed for that. Okay. Next one, A equal to something like here I'm calling symbol or something. It is going to be a symbol data type. Okay. Next one, A equal to something like object here. So when you assign these flower brackets, that is going to be an object. A equal to flower brackets, that is object. Right? And then A equal to an array. Array type of array is also an object. Type of array is also an object. Next, A equal to function. I'm writing a function. మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే in all the statements we are using the variable name is A only. A is exhibiting more than one data type. That is why JavaScript is called as a loosely typed scripting programming language. Strongly typed, loosely typed. ఇప్పుడు మీరు C++, Java వీటిలో తీసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి. While you are declaring variable in that, what we will do? Integer A equal to 100 అన్నాం అనుకోండి. Next line A equal to ABC రాస్తే మీకు ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. It is not allowed. Okay na? So it is not allowed. But here in JavaScript, you can assign any kind of value to a variable, because while you are creating a variable, we are not specifying the data type. We are not specifying any data type. So it is called as loosely typed. Okay na? Clear? So JavaScript is loosely typed. Clear? Next one. As I said, we can display pop-up messages with the help of the JavaScript. Right? So to display the pop-up messages, there are like, alert ఒకటి, and then prompt ఒకటి, confirm ఒకటి. There are three methods. These three are the global functions. Alert, prompt and confirm. Okay. So when you want to display alert, I'm saying that this is an alert message. Okay. Now here, if I write ex3, this is an alert message. Okay. Refresh. This is an alert message. This we are able to display it with the help of alert. Okay. So okay, and delete. So this is normal alert, right? Like if you want to accept that confirm, if you want to take the user acceptance, then just run the if. I'm writing if condition. Yeah. So I'll do one thing. If confirm, I'm asking that do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? User clicked on OK. అది కాలేదనుకోండి else case. User clicked on cancel. ఓకేనా? ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే రిఫ్రెష్ అన్నాం అనుకో. So do you want to continue? And there are two buttons, OK and cancel. If you click on OK, it will accept. If you click on cancel, cancel. Cancel కొట్టాము, cancel అయిపోవాలి. అవునా? సో యూజర్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ క్యాన్సిల్. అదే నేను రిఫ్రెష్ చేసి ఓకే కొట్టాను అనుకోండి, యూజర్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఓకే. And if you click on OK, this is the block is going to be executed. If you click on the cancel, this is the block is going to be executed. This is the true block and this is the false block. Okay, na? Confirm. And then prompt. Prompt is for accepting the input from the user. So user will be able to enter the input from the keyboard with the help of the prompt. So I just want a variable. I want to accept the first name equal to, I'm using that prompt. So for example, enter your first name. And here we can assign, we can pass the default message also. So default message, something like this I'm giving. Okay. And then that message, I want to display the first name. In the alert, I want to display it. So I'll do one thing, I'll comment it. When you want to comment a single line, when you want to comment a single line, we can use // When you want to comment the block of code, then this is the way you'll have to comment it. Okay. So now if you see that, refresh, enter your first name and this is the default value. If I enter something like Sathesh, then okay, it will be displayed. Okay. Okay. Now refresh it. Say something like Kumar. Say okay. Kumar. Okay. Okay. Clear? So this is how we can display the pop-up messages with the help of JavaScript. So by using alert, confirm, and prompt. And these are all three functions: alert, confirm, and prompt. All three are the members of window object. So we can write window dot. So here alert window dot alert. So it will display that. So we can write window dot alert also. Or you can write this dot alert. As because currently we are in the window object, no need to write those things. But these are all members of the window object. Depends on requirement, but you can accept just another value. When you want to accept input, prompt. అదే యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసిన వాల్యూని అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ డిస్ప్లేయింగ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద అలర్ట్. అయిపోయింది. ఓకేనండి, కుమారాలు కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాం. సో ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఆర్ ప్రాంప్ట్. నేను ప్రాంప్ట్ లో ఏదో సంథింగ్ లైక్ కుమార్ అని ఓకే, అది ఇక్కడ అలర్ట్ లో డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. ప్రాంప్ట్ ఈస్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్, అలర్ట్ ఈస్ డిస్ప్లేయింగ్.